Imagine living in the most isolated place on Earth. Paradise or nightmare? Welcome to Pitcairn Island. Enveloped by the boundless Pacific Ocean, Pitcairn Island stands as a testament to human resilience, an inhabited haven in a sea of solitude. This tiny piece of paradise, nestled in the vast blue, is one of the remotest places where life persists. But amidst the isolation, one can't help but ponder, but how did this tiny speck of land amidst the vast ocean come to be inhabited? But wait, before we begin, please subscribe to ensure that you never miss out on any of my crucial stuff. Comment, "I subscribe" below, and I will personally welcome you to our community. Let's get started. The history of Pitcairn Island begins with a tale of mutiny and survival. The narrative unwinds in the closing years of the 18th century aboard the British naval vessel, the HMS Bounty. The ship was on a mission to transport breadfruit plants from Tahiti to the British colonies in the West Indies when a dramatic mutiny unfolded in 1789, led by the ship's mate, Fletcher Christian. In a daring act of rebellion, Christian and his fellow mutineers seized control of the ship, casting Captain William Bligh and his loyal crew members adrift in a small open boat. The mutineers, now in command of the Bounty, sought a safe haven to escape the long arm of British justice. Their search led them to the uncharted waters of the South Pacific, and eventually to the shores of Pitcairn Island. Pitcairn, an uninhabited volcanic outcrop, offered the mutineers an ideal hideaway. It was remote, difficult to access, and not accurately charted on British naval maps. Here, the Bounty's mutineers, along with their Tahitian companions, decided to settle. They scuttled the Bounty, forever severing their links with their past, and started a new life in this isolated corner of the world. The early years were challenging. Conflicts arose between the mutineers and their Tahitian companions, leading to violence and death. Yet, despite these turbulent beginnings, a community slowly began to take root. The settlers learned to survive and thrive, cultivating the fertile lands, fishing in the rich waters surrounding the island, and building a society far removed from the norms of the world they had left behind. Over the centuries, this band of mutineers and their descendants, numbering fewer than 50 at any given time, have managed to sustain their unique way of life. They have survived isolation, hardships, and the ever-changing currents of history, forming a community that reflects a fascinating blend of British naval traditions and Polynesian customs. So, from a desperate voyage of survival, a unique community was born. A community that continues to thrive on Pitcairn Island, the most isolated inhabited place on Earth. A tale of mutiny, survival, and life in isolation that continues to captivate us to this day. Now let's delve into the geographical wonders of this isolated paradise. Nestled in the Pacific Ocean, Pitcairn Island is a tiny speck of land, spanning just about 1 square mile. It's the smallest island of the 4-island Pitcairn group and the only one that's inhabited. Despite its minuscule size, Pitcairn is a land of diverse terrains, from rugged cliffs and rocky shores to lush green valleys and hills dotted with palms. The island's climate is a tropical marine type, with a moderate temperature range. It's warm, but not excessively hot, with the mercury hovering around the mid-20s Celsius most of the year. Rainfall is plentiful, which nourishes the fertile soil and gives life to the abundant vegetation. Speaking of vegetation, Pitcairn is a green paradise boasting a variety of endemic plant species. You'll find the island draped in a verdant blanket of ferns, shrubs and trees, including the iconic banyan and coconut palms. The island's flora creates a rich habitat for a myriad of bird species, making it a birdwatcher's paradise. The fauna on Pitcairn, though not as diverse, is equally fascinating. The island's isolation has limited the number of mammal species, but it's a haven for seabirds. You'll find the air filled with the calls of petrels, terns, and frigate birds, among others. And let's not forget the surrounding ocean, teeming with fish, dolphins, and even the occasional humpback whale. Living on such a remote and rugged island does come with its challenges. With no airport or safe harbor, access to Pitcairn is limited to supply ships that brave the rough seas. The island's steep cliffs and craggy landscapes make it a tough terrain to navigate. And with no supermarkets or shopping centers, the inhabitants rely heavily on farming and fishing for their sustenance. But these challenges have shaped the resilient spirit of the Pitcairn Islanders. They've learned to coexist with nature, to harness its resources, and to adapt to its demands. It's this intricate relationship with the land and sea that defines life on Pitcairn. Despite its isolation and challenges, Pitcairn Island offers a unique lifestyle. Before we continue, can I beg a little favor? If you're liking what you're hearing, show us some love by pressing that like button. And hey, if you want to be in the loop for our fantastic upcoming videos, make sure to press subscribe and ring that bell so you're always in the know. Oh, and one more thing. Drop a quick "I subscribe" down in the comments, and I'll make sure to offer you a warm welcome to our amazing family. Alright, enough of that. Let's keep the conversation flowing. Life on Pitcairn Island is a blend of old traditions and modern adaptations. Situated in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, this remote island is home to a population that hovers around 50. Yes, you heard it right. Just about 50 individuals, making it one of the smallest communities and the least populous national jurisdiction in the world. The majority of the inhabitants are descendants of the mutineers of the Bounty, a British naval vessel, and their Tahitian companions. This unique lineage is reflected in the languages spoken on the island: English and Pitcairn. Pitcairn, a Creole language, is a blend of 18th century English and Tahitian, a testament to the island's unique history. Turning our attention to the island's economy, it's largely driven by subsistence farming and fishing, supplemented by small-scale tourism and the sale of handicrafts, honey, and the highly coveted Pitcairn Island stamps. Despite its small size, the island operates as a democratic territory of the United Kingdom, with a mayor and a council managing local affairs. Now you might be wondering, how do supplies reach this isolated island? Well, every 3 months a supply ship from New Zealand navigates the vast Pacific Ocean to deliver essential goods. Everything from food to building materials, and even the occasional passenger, arrives on this ship. It's a lifeline, a connection to the outside world, eagerly anticipated by the islanders. In today's digital age, the internet has also found its way to Pitcairn. Although connectivity can be a bit patchy due to the island's remote location, it serves as a crucial link to the rest of the world. Islanders can access online education, stay updated with global news, and even sell their products to international customers. It's a modern adaptation that has significantly influenced life on the island. But don't be mistaken, life on Pitcairn is not all sunshine and sea breezes. The island's isolation poses unique challenges. Medical emergencies require long-distance telemedicine consultations, and in severe cases, evacuations to a hospital thousands of miles away. Education is another area of concern. With a small population, the island's school often has fewer than 10 students, ranging in age and grade level. Despite these challenges, the people of Pitcairn hold a strong sense of community, resilience, and adaptability. They've managed to preserve their unique culture while embracing necessary modern innovations. They celebrate their history, their connection to the Bounty, and their Polynesian heritage with pride. Life on Pitcairn Island is a blend of old traditions and modern adaptations. This unique lifestyle, shaped by isolation and resilience, is what makes Pitcairn Island truly one of a kind.